Hello everyone, I'm C, and this is StarCraft 2. Actually, it's the TheoryCraft series, but in this little adventure here, I wanted to see how fast I can crank out Battlecruisers. Now, I just did a video about how fast can you get Broodlords on the map. A little bit of griping about how long it takes, as well as just how vulnerable you are trying to get a a Broodlord out across the map and able to do effective damage. Um, and that required this whole production line of waiting for you to be able to build up the tech tree and get those brood lords out. And that turned out to be, I figure, if you are basically defenseless, completely defenseless for the first part of the map, first part of the game, it's going to take about 5 minutes and 45 seconds for you to have a brood lord knocking on your enemy base. By then, your enemy should have some form of air defenses or some way that, without focusing on it, should be able to defend slightly against broodlords. That's if you have a queen, stalkers, or marines trying to get underneath the broodlord. You are fighting to reposition that broodlord as much as possible because broodlords are slow. They're obnoxiously slow. They have good range. That's probably the best thing broodlords have going for them. So in this here, this isn't a perfect play by any means. This is me going off of memory of how fast I can get Battlecruisers out, because I think Battlecruisers is just so much fun. I'm going to speed up with this. So what happens is you need to get these refineries up as soon as you can while building this barracks in order to get this factory out. And the tech tree is the factory, then the starport, and then the Fusioncore. So there are building limitations here, but with the Terran, I have a wall off, and during this I've noticed I had plenty of of minerals in order to pump out Marines, which means that I have a defense in compared to Broodlords. And so like right here, I can actually defend right now against some kind of attack, or at least deter people from attacking me in this situation. They're going to try to scout, and they're going to see what's going on if they're a good player and scout this pretty well, either one mean or another, like getting an observer out or overlords coming across here. But I do have Marines that are going to actually slow down any kind of attack. And so right about here, Fusioncore is up. I can now get Battlecruisers out. One Battlecruiser is coming out. We can see how many minerals I have, so I could be pumping out Hellions and Marines as much as possible to stop any kind of bio army or anything like that. Now, Battlecruisers are also very effective, not just effective against ground, but also effective against air. They have a lot of firepower that's going for them, and they have the teleport ability. So here, slow the game down. With my poor play style, I'm sure somebody can do this even better. A Battlecruiser is now on the map at the 4-minute 56 mark, and whatever you have over at the end over here, it better be capable of stopping a Battlecruiser at the 5-minute mark if you're going to rush these out. This now, and you should have something. A queen can try to take this away. The moment this lands, you're going to start building spore crawlers. Now, the downside is that Battlecruisers do have a lower range than Broodlords. So right here, move your probes out and everything else, and build up some photon cannon, stalkers, and anything you can in order to get ready to fight this. Broodlords do have a much further range. They are a standoff weapon, which is extremely helpful. Arguably, you can get Mutalisks a lot faster than this, though. So the question is like one thing or another. 2 Battlecruisers are now out at the 5-minute and 40 mark at the enemy base. Corruptors, can Corruptors knock this out? Basically, if Battlecruisers, if we were doing a fight, Terran versus Zerg, on getting out those air units, I would wager that the Terran would be better off getting these Battlecruisers over at the enemy over against the base that I had, and just completely knocking me out. Whereas this, yeah. So anyway, personal opinion, take it or leave it. If you are a Terran player and you wanted to know just how quickly you can get Battlecruisers on the map, you now have a good little video to reference this to.